Ho ho buddies, once Borderline Games. I'm Gareth, and today we're playing Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony, episode 43, I think. So we think that we know who the murderer is, the blackened, Kurokiyo. We know how he did it pretty much, but we don't know why. And I think that Kibo's about to say something, but let me just check. Is this the most recent load? So I feel like I recognize this. Have a look. So that's the one that's loaded. This is more recent. Isn't it? Here we go. Yeah, so we know that Kurokiyo accidentally killed Angie and then kind of dragged it off to her room. Accidentally killed her in the seance because she interrupted... in the seance room because she interrupted Kurokiyo's planning for it. And also, we know that Kurokiyo staged the seance in order to kill Tenko. We don't know why. Anyway, Kurokiyo says, "Oh, what on earth are you talking about?"
No, I'm not the culprit. So why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Kurokiyo.
This is Kurokiyo's true self, I guess. Or his split personality.
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
It almost seems like he's talking with someone. Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Kurokiyo.
Even a bit of Junko vibes, right?
Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the
I guess also Toko, was that her name? Except there's no event that's causing them to change. No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
Is there?
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
Uh-oh.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize. Come on, apologize.
Go on, do it.
Apologize. 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 Come on. Apologize. 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 Apologize.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie. I have to prove it to him. Oh, okay. Cool. Let's do it.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply
Oops.
wrong.
Okay. Oops. Oh shit.
I'm
Forgot how you do this.
So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit.
Okay, we got it.
You are simply wrong.
Oops.
Yes, I'm not the culprit. So I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply... Why must you force your delusions on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
Oops.
Well said, Correcchio.
Oops.
To continue this
Oops.
debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions
Oh no.
on us? Your logic. That's merely a delusion.
The thing in the back's really distracted me.
Said Correcchio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us? I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Oops.
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that?
Oh.
You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. Apologize. Apologize.
Okay, I don't get when.
Apologize. Apologize. I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry.
Oh god.
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
Oh, come on.
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
What? Moved floorboard? Removed floorboard? Okay.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Correcchio speaks the truth.
Right, what is it?
You have no proof that Correcchio is the killer.
Moved floorboard?
It ends here.
I got it! What does that mean? Oh, I see. Remove the floorboard. Why did it took me so long to work out what that meant?
Used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
Ah, because it had the blood on it.
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard. Angie's blood? Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the bloodstain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Kyo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Uh-huh. Shuichi's so smart. Whoa, that's a scream. Holy shit, you okay, Correcchio?
I believe that while Kyo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
and he cold-cocked her with a floorboard. All you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already. Oh, it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring
as
down
well as the rest of the case that you just did.
Ichi, please, put an end to this.
Oh, I will.
For Angie and Tanko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time.
There's just one more thing.
I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Closing argument, start. Alright, let's have a look. The small stone Hamiko brought. Hit the sliding lock. Okay, so who was the culprit with the saw? Also got in the empty room. Removed the gold leaf katana. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? Removed floorboard. Boom. Okay, what is this? What was compressing the injury on Angie's head? Do we have that yet? Remove the gold leaf katana. Small stone Hamiko brought. No, we don't have that yet. What weapon killed Angie? I mean, I don't know whether this is necessarily the right one. Okay, yeah, that's not the one because it says removed. Whose effigy was stabbed with the katana? We don't have that yet either. Handle of the spinning katana. Hit the sliding lock. Okay. And then the small stone. When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door? What object did Tenko rest her forehead on? There we go. No. Oh, hang on. That was right. Oh, was I right before? I was right. Okay, cool. What have we unlocked? Oh, here we go. When Angie's body was found, who unlocked the door? What was compressing the injury? The stuck duct tape. Running out of time. Alright, the path made with salt. What weapon did the culprit set up in the iron cage? Sickle place to kill. Yes. Path made with salt. Who besides Kokichi was responsible for extinguishing the candles? How was the culprit? Here we go. Okay, cool. So everything else has been unlocked. Shuichi extinguishes the flame. Okay. Cut crosspiece under the floor. Cool. Stab. There we go. So that's over here, right? Some part on the floorboard. Got to be over here. When the culprit approached the cage. Kichi's lock picking. Nanji's body was found. Who unlocked the door? Wonder whether Kikichi's going to last until the end. If he's like Nagato, he's going to die on the 5th class trial, right? Footsteps contaminating the scene will be here.
This is the truth of the case. Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms.
Did they actually do that though? La-di-da-di-da.
However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the
Does
unexpected...
that N mean? Or is that... Oh, that is the Zs to be cut in the floorboards, right?
Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations.
Oh well.
She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan. But now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit.
Nuh-uh. Why was he so desperate to do this stupid seesaw thing?
The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The
Splash.
culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end.
And why was it so important to make it look like it was a locked room
But because
mystery?
they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed,
I feel like
the culprit returned
being Danganronpa as it is, we probably would have worked out some other bullshit thing to connect those 2 rooms together.
locked the front door from inside.
I mean, the dried blood in that room was enough to
And
key us
took out the
into
katana they brought from
the
their
fact that
own
Angie
lab.
was killed there in the first place.
They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her.
Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum.
Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down.
What so you doing?
There were 2 reasons for this. To overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere. And the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance.
Hmm.
And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door.
this really work? I mean, I guess it might do. I'm guessing he tried this at least like 5 times until it finally worked.
The gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the
It did say
slightest
that.
touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times.
Good. At least we're acknowledging that, Danganronpa.
Once complete, the door was locked, but the
I felt like that was a caveat because the writers were like, this is kind of ridiculous.
Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do
Oh!
that, they manipulated us into performing this seance.
They wanted to just kill somebody else.
Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance.
Because if they didn't do this, they would have gotten away with it, surely. Because why would we have searched this room?
Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head
Shush.
until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned.
Clunk.
Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle.
Ludenberg, hello. How's it going? Ludenberg says, Kyo better have a good reason for this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. What's your excuse?
Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one
Hey.
corner and
Kaidi was trying to save us all. Karima was trying to save the country. Yeah. That's what Ludenberg said, by the way. So what was Kurikyo do? Kurikyo? Is that how you say his name? Or their name, actually, right?
the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium. But our culprit had another plan, to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing,
Dragging out a bit now, aren't they?
began making their way toward Tenko.
We know what
It would
happened.
have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide.
Salt.
They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt.
Lundenberg says just say, call him Kyo. It's easier than pronouncing the full name. That's true.
The culprit felt
I'll call
the
him Kyo.
salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle,
Hehehe.
they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw. And pushed Tenko's body up toward the
Lunenburg says, you know who had a crappy excuse in 2? Sumiki. Is Sumiki the nurse?
Top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it.
Yep.
After committing the crime, the culprit followed the salt.
Was her reason the illness, the virus or something that made her remember her evil ways or something weird like that? Can't quite remember.
Finished the ritual and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance.
Ah, that's right. So Lunenburg says she did it because she remembered that they were ultimate despairs. So was she trying to save the world of the despairs by killing them? Or was she just being a despair? Dash.
And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the room.
Lunenburg says it's not really explained. It's a shame. I guess you've got to...
Ironically,
it's open to
the final
interpretation.
step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture.
Yeah. Very convenient for us, right?
Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle.
How did he feel the salt with those things around his hands?
Gucci, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders.
Lunenburg says if Himiko hadn't picked the room where Angie got bonked, Kyo would have won. Yeah, it's true. I don't think you could feel salt through those bandages. I think he's an innocent man.
Detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Correggio. There are times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
Alright, you got me.
So you finally admit you did it.
You scumbag.
Fortunately, yes. Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
What?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends.
Do you know the reason why I started killing?
Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100! What are you talking about?
Lunenburg says as bad as the despair disease trial was, at least it was an intended murder by the culprit, unlike the one RNG bullshit case in 2. Which one was that you're talking about? You're talking about in Despair. Goodbye Despair.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already.
Oh, Nagito. Yeah, that's very true. But it's because he was the ultimate lucky person or whatever. Like he relied on his luck or whatever. But it is also bullshit, isn't it?
The heart-racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off.
It's voting time!
Yay! We did think Monotaro would die, didn't we?
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Results. He voted for himself as well.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Do-do-do-do-do. Lunenberg says, I don't get Karumi voting for us last trial. It seems unnecessary. Yeah. Is that the first time it happened? When it was Kaede, she voted for herself, I assume. Was that another A? That's cool. Wow, seriously, you're correct again! Ah, amazing! This is the third correct verdict in a row! If you manage to get 12 correct verdicts in a row, you'll proceed to the bonus round. How's this gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
No, not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Kyo, why? Why did you kill Angie and Tenko?
Right.
Yeah, he no need to kill them both, no matter what motive he have.
Oh?
Motive? Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Don't tell me. Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
Shut up. I never said I was scared. The resurrection ritual had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it? Because we're friends. I'll tell you. I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive.
Eh?
Then, why?
Yes.
For the one that I love.
There is someone that I love.
Alright. From the bottom of my heart. Someone so dear, someone I long for. Lunenberg says you can't have 12 verdicts if you have a maximum of 16 people. Yeah, true.
Her heart.
Unless they all kill themselves, I suppose.
Yes, we vowed
It's his split
in each
personality.
other, forever
His
bound.
alter ego.
None can come between us.
It's a risque picture, isn't it?
Intense love,
We should take that for a thumbnail. Look at that.
no matter what anyone says.
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life. Fuck you! Some of us aren't that lucky. Lunenberg says, you know what was the first good twist in the first game? Celeste's last name being Yasuhiro.
Don't.
Oops, I just skipped that. What was that? Yeah, I did like that plot twist. Where are we? Backlog. Let's go to see this lover of yours. You had to escape. So to see this lover of yours, you had to escape. That's what he said, alright? That's why you killed Angie and Tenko. But why did you need to kill both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I've no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside. Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me. I'm not his lover.
Yeah.
Calm down. No one want a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway. Akichi. What the what? Kyo, who is it? Who's the person you love?
Hey,
Is it really one of us? When I say inside, I do not mean inside this academy.
You see,
I mean inside me.
sister.
Yes, the one I love lies inside me, my dearest sister. Sister?
Wait!
Don't look at me! I'm not his sister!
Right?
Well, duh. If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
wait.
Your sister? But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It is not that difficult. My sister is my lover. Uh-oh. Lunenberg says, incest, uh-oh.
Her so deeply. And she loved me so deeply. The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us. They called it forbidden love.
No physical connection.
Not the love we shared. Oh,
Why does it say that?
how I long for my sister's warmth. The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth. For my beloved sister.
That is why, for my beloved sister, I had to.
Always messing around.
You had to escape from here, right?
No.
No. I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She always seemed so lonely.
However,
Even I could be her little brother and her lover. Even if I could be a little brother and a lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends for my dear deceased sister.
huh?
Deceased? Oh, I see.
Understand.
My sister is now a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved.
For sister's sake, I've killed many to send her 100 friends. Oh, that's alright then, he's got a good excuse. They're all wonderful people, worthy of being sister's friends. What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
Yes.
Yes, Korakio. Oh, I am very happy. Thanks to you, I'm not lonely.
What?
Could it be that the lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekio's older sister.
I'm Korakio's older sister. Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
What the hell?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught I nearly went mad. Nearly. Lunenberg says it's the second sibling-related motive. Remember, Mondo killed Shihiro because he was guilty about his brother's death. Yeah, that's true. But sister came to save me.
Please.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Korekio. Your love made the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Are you serious? Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love.
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick. You said you killed a lot already, right? So it wasn't just the two you killed here.
What was that?
What? Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
Unacceptable.
Do not make me out to be some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends.
Huh?
Only girls. I see, so when we were deciding on who should be the medium... Before that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. You said it would work best with a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
And besides Maki and Mio, they were all worthy. All worthy of being sisters' friends. All worthy.
Why, you...
Hey, how come I'm not included? I mean, not like I care.
Then
And the second victim Could have been me. Tenko died in place of me. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should be in. Oh, no, I'll do it. How is Samugi worthy? She has no distinguishing traits. I suppose that's true, yeah. Emiko would have been great, but Tenko volunteering made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for Sister.
Wonderful.
She even infiltrated the student council to protect Emiko. Huh? Infiltrate? Really? But how did you? It was obvious to me. I have studied many people. Yes, she stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was a perfect friend for Sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Himiko.
Well,
Though, I was planning on having you become Sister's friend too eventually.
No way!
What? You do all that for? Wow. You did all that just to kill. For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in the caged child, just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
let's see.
It interested me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that.
For my beloved sister.
I wanted to kill for Sister. I could not deny the overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito, are you okay? You look kinda pale. Don't worry about it. Let's focus on Kia right now. Allow me to explain, though. I did not plan to kill both of them. Lunenberg says, Kokichi, stop with that creepy face. Yeah, that's his worst face. Like a crazy underbite with that. I knew I'd have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However,
But Angie walked in on me preparing, and I ended up killing her a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
What is that?
You're talking like you killed her because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to Sister.
Korekio.
Kurakio, you're such a thoughtful little brother, but it was bad to get greedy.
dear.
You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to Sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Kurakio's crime. I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That's right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister.
But how?
That wrong. That's so wrong. Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after Sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I'm always by Kurakio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, Sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was that?
I don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing's making sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie and Tenko have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death is unfair. Yeah,
and another thing.
all deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths. Well, if you look at it like that, this whole killing game embodies that philosophy, right? Gifted high school students forced to play a killing game. Man, if people were watching this, they'd get a kick out of it. If people were watching this. Knock off the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Hell yeah. If I wasn't in this killing game, I'd have so much fun watching.
So then,
Ludenberg says, actually, politics get higher popularity on the news. The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. Yeah, I guess that's true. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
sister.
I think I shall go and see her now. My beloved sister.
Sister.
I guess the winning combination is politics and needless death. I was unable to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Korekio.
It's alright, sweet Kurakio. Come to me.
Oh,
Looks like you've already prepared. Now, Len, let's get started. It's the moment you've been all waiting for. It's punishment time! Punishment time.
Sister.
My beloved sister, at long last, I'll finally get to see you again.
That's right.
Yes, from now on, no one will try to stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love from others.
What?
Wait, I can't accept this.
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as a death that can be accepted.
from an anthropological...
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Why do you think rumors of ways to resurrect the dead never cease?
Yes.
The living must find a reason, however forced, to accept death whenever it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live, yes?
What was that?
What?
I...
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live a life that faces death?
Now then,
I prepared a special...
very special punishment.
For the ultimate anthropologist, Korikyo Shinguji!
I shall observe.
I'll watch over all of you as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over you.
That's right.
It won't just be me and Korikyo. All those who died will be watching. I'll be watching to see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is beautiful.
I'll be watching forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! Here we go. Let's see if Monotaro's the next to go. Ultra melting pots, ultimate anthropologist. That's one way to go. Cause his head to explode. Alright. Gum-dum. What are you gonna do, Monodam? Monodam! Oh, his spirit floating to heaven. He doesn't belong in heaven. Reunited at last. Oh no! Serves you right, Kyo. That was crazy. Monodam's gone. What? Oops.
Gory!
No! Monodam, why? What the? To think my cute child would commit suicide? Oh, it's so cute! It's so freaking cute that he'd kill himself because he couldn't get along. Monodam committed suicide. Had I known this would happen, I'd have been nicer to him. The only reason Monodam obsessed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right!
Yes, the other Monokubs drove him to suicide, but not me. Hey, who's Monodam? Huh, you already forgot, that's kind of scary.
Well now.
Well, looks like another class trial is wrapped up without incident, so... I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon. Seems like a waste, though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? You guys should have brought someone back to life and added them to your roster. Shut up. How long are you gonna keep talking about that?
I told you.
Ignore him. The whole resurrection trial is obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally to get us to panic.
What's the point?
I'm assuming you'll think of another murder will happen if you do that, right? Who can say? What a waste. Even if you were gonna use it, you would have let me have it. Then I could have resurrected one of my dead siblings. Which one? Well, I don't know. They're all pretty terrible, actually. Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it's just been the two of us this whole time.
Oh yeah.
It's too bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me. Too bad.
So long. Farewell.
Wow, and another episode of Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony wraps up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time on Borderline Games. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Bye.